Hello guys and welcome to a brand new video. Today I'm here with Jujutsu Kaisen episode number 6 reaction. Okay, the previous episode we got to see Yuji dealing with a very difficult situation. He is not able to come out. Sukuna is taking control of his body, and what Sukuna does is actually take out his heart, which was, I have to applaud him for it. It was a very very witty thing that he did, at least from his standpoint. That is obviously when Yuji will come back without a heart, since he's a human, he won't be able to survive. However, Sukuna, can survive without a heart. So he did that. The first thing that he did, and we had a little battle with Fushiguro, and Fushiguro seemed like he was going to unleash some kind of a power. However, we didn't see it because Yuji comes back and he dies, obviously, immediately. And Yeah, there you go. So Yuji's dead, apparently. And Yeah, so he's taken. Gojo's pretty pissed off about the whole situation, and he realizes that this was like a ploy by the higher ups because they wanted to take care of Yuji and the fingers within him. It was just a ploy about for that. And But there's something is going on, and we get to see in the end that something is happening within Yuji, and he's probably going to come back. Like, obviously, this is barely the fifth episode. So yeah, we also met a few new characters. A panda we met, and I think there was like one guy, and then there's one another girl. I don't remember their names. I don't even remember if they mentioned their names. I think they mentioned their names. I forgot. Anyways, I remember the panda's name is Panda, so that's easy to remember. Either way, they're talking about some kind of a competition and all that, about another school and all stuff like that. And Yeah, let's see what happens here in this episode. Let us begin episode number 6. So yeah, I'll be putting the subtitles on the timer here. Sync it to whichever is your preference, and let's get started. Right, here's the countdown. 3, 2, 1, go. Here we go. Something is happening inside of him. Damn, the blood vessels. Oh wow, the rib cage. No, wait. Damn. Okay. Yeah. All right. Mm. Oh, I love the the way it's made. It's like bones and everything. It's okay. After rain. Well, you killed him, so yeah. But he's dead, dude. Oh, it's within you. I think it's within him. No, what is this place? Damn. How did he get up there? Oh, yeah, he. Well, but yo, oh God, yeah. What is it? Oh my God. Ah, yeah. The domain inside my mind. We are not dead. Yeah, but you are the one who killed him. So what's? Oh, he probably. Oh wait. Oh wow, that's why. So he changed his mind. 1 minute. Yeah, like you might try to kill his friends by saying that. Okay, that's better. Oh, okay. Hmm. Okay. Oh, really? Just like that? I feel like he's okay. Well, he at least wanted to get one hit in. Oh, wait, what? Oh, wow. Huh. Yeah, well, okay. There you go. Um, yeah. Why? Wait. Huh. Yeah, understandable. We saw that. Just plain. Ah. Wow. Oh, interesting. Yeah, that's true. So he's trying to do it through the proper methods. Yeah, education. Hakari. Okutsu. Oh. Ah, but he'll be fine. He'll just wake up. Just to wait. Ah! Oh. Yeah? Put this on. Oh boy. He's like, yeah, this could have happened, I guess. Revise the report. Oh, yeah, yeah. You know what? Exactly good idea. Hmm. Yeah. Exchange event. Eh. Oh my god. Oh. Wait, what? Four younger sister. Yeah. Hmm. Prison realm. Yeah. But I good plan. He's a smart man. He won't die at least. Uh, oh! Oh! Oh my god! That guy is extremely lucky. He ran before any of this happened. Oh my. Okay, well. Oh. Uh, well. Wait, what the? 8 or 9 somewhere. Oh, damn. Yeah. Oh, God. Hmm. Oh, yeah. Yeah, the lady. Yeah, but he. Oh, he only took the. Oh my God. What? Combo. Hmm. Whoever heard her voice, Zenin, that's her name, isn't it? What the? Uh, Oh boy, this will be fun. When he goes and meets them. Yeah. Hmm. Be the Teach me to be the strongest. Yeah, he did say, and it seems like he is actually the strongest. What? Huh. Okay. What? Yeah, I also don't. Cursed energy is electricity. Ah. Okay. All right. Huh. Yeah, but the thing is, we need both to actually use it. We need both the energy and the technique. Oh, why? Oh, oh, because he was not a Jujutsu sorcerer from the beginning, he cannot use any techniques. I think. Yeah. Wait, was that like a reference? Yeah. Well, can he use Rasengan in the future? I don't think so. That'll be copyrighted. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah, but still not enough, I guess. You need to polish it. No. Oh, yeah, it didn't use. Ah. Okay, interesting. I don't think that's the reason why. Yeah. Yeah. I have heard her voice somewhere. Where have I heard her voice? The way she says ah like that. I've heard that somewhere. To waste cursed energy. Ah. Okay. Yes. Oh damn. Oh to increase his emotion. Okay. What the hell is that? Is this gonna punch him or something? Is that boxing gloves? Oh boy. Yeah, it's gonna punch him. Oh, wow. Interesting. So this is how he's going to control his. Okay, he cannot get emotional or needs to control it. All right, all right. Hmm. Oh. Yeah. Yeah. Oh boy. Okay. Yeah. Wow, that's nice. Wow. Hmm. Kalpas. Yeah, he was going to say something. Yeah, this part, waste of talent. Oh, he himself doesn't know. Oh, interesting. I thought he was hiding something, but never mind. So he himself doesn't know. What the? What was that? Okay. Wait, what? Oh, this is a movie. I was like, what's going on here? What? Yeah. 3 minutes left. Wait. What type of logic is this? Oh no, he's gonna die. I feel. Oh no. Oh, wait, what happened to the movie? Who died? Did someone die? Uh, they're still okay. Hmm. Oh, will he talk about the? Will he talk about it? But did he forget? Oh. Wait, then how will Sukuna come out if he doesn't relinquish? Whoa. Are you testing? Shut up. Go home. Okay, what's happening here? Oh, this thing. Why? Wait, why did he come to attack him? He was supposed to go to Yuji. He thinks he can harm Gojo? Like if Gojo's actually the strongest Jujutsu sorcerer out of all of them, he has no chance. Like yeah, wasn't he? Didn't he say that I'm going to go and attack Yuji? Okay. Anyways, whatever. Let's wait. Is that it? Okay, this thing is left. What? Go, go, go. Yeah. Okay. Wait, what? Okay, that's it. Alright. Okay, first of all, I was just talking about like, oh, it Zenin, I think that's her name. Her voice seems so familiar. I wasn't able to properly pinpoint who it was, but I think I can now. She's Sachan's voice actor, isn't she, from Gintama? Sachan and Charlotte from Black Clover. Let me just check. Um, Let me quickly check. Maki Zenin. Okay, I think that's her name. Yeah. Okay. Voice actor Mikako Komatsu. Mikako Komatsu. Let's check. I'm pretty sure she is. Oh no, maybe I'm wrong. Okay. Okay. Wait a minute. Oh, I'm wrong. Never mind. Wait, then why did I feel like her voice was so familiar? Where have I heard her voice before? Ah, yeah, I have no clue why I felt her voice was so familiar, because I cannot, like, the way she was doing like that. I feel like I've heard a voice like that somewhere before. So I was like, oh, maybe I know. So yeah, never mind. Yeah, I don't recognize any of the other voice acting. I can recognize a few of them, however, yeah, never mind. Okay. Yeah, all right. Never mind. Someone else. All right. So this episode, here we begin with Yuji inside of the domain, and like I was like, okay, where is he actually? At first, I thought maybe it's inside of him, but then like Sukuna kind of tells us himself where he is. It's his domain, and the domain means it's actually like his mind, as he said. Like, domain is like my mind, so you're basically inside my mind. And I love how he was like, "Oh, is this the thanks I get for fixing your arm?" And you just like, "Oh, but I'm dead. It doesn't matter." Okay. Anyways, so we see Yuji just go and starts fighting him, and he kind of like kind of like tricks him a little bit. We kind of see like, yeah, Sukuna was expecting Yuji to directly punch him. However, he punched the floor in that moment, and he was a little bit surprised, but just goes and kicks Yuji down. So, anyways, he goes and sits on top of Yuji so that Yuji cannot do anything, and then he's like, explains the whole situation. He's like, "You're inside my domain, or you could say you're inside my mind. We're not dead yet. I can bring you back to life." And I'm like, "Why? Because you just killed him. What's the point?" You know. And even Yuji had that same question, and he's like, "Why would you say that?" And he says that, "Oh, I feel like in the near future I'll be able to see something interesting." So it's very interesting because we've seen him like do this before as well, where he showed interest in Fushiguro, where he told Fushiguro, in that flashback we saw later on, that why did you run away from there? With your talent, you didn't need to run away. And that means there's something in him which even Fushiguro doesn't know. I thought for a moment that Fushiguro knows about it and he's just hiding it, but Fushiguro also doesn't know about it. So that's why Sukuna's like, I feel like I can see something interesting. Now, I don't 100% believe him. I feel like there's still something else. Like, would he really keep Yuji alive just because he wants to see Fushigoro's talent in the future? Just because of this one reason? I don't know. I don't believe that, actually. I feel like there's maybe, like, obviously that's definitely a reason, but I feel like there's maybe something else as well along with it, which he just didn't tell Yuji. or maybe something else that he wants to see, or that he, like, there's something, there must be something that is like additional to this reason, which is why he decided to bring Yuji back to life. Because I don't know, like, will he really, just for that one reason, bring him back to life? I don't know. But yeah, this is just one little thing I have in my head. I feel like there's something else which is not telling us. Anyways, that's just my guess. So he says that, okay, so I'll bring you back to life, but there is, and there's another thing. He was awfully, what can I say, like accepting of all the rules and like, everything that Yuji said. Like, like, he's in the end he was like, oh, I'm not going to kill anyone if I when I get that extension. So that as well, I'm just thinking about it, and I'm like, definitely not. He did all of this, he decided to come into such a huge compromise just because he wants to see Fushiguro's power, just because it was one sole reason. I don't know, I don't believe that. I feel like that's too far-fetched. I'm sure there's something else along with it which is not telling us. Anyways, so yeah, what he says is that, I have two conditions. So he says that if you follow those two conditions, I'll bring you back to life. Okay, number one, when I chant extension, you'll hand over your body for 1 minute. Okay, two, you'll forget. Oh, I misread this part. I thought he said that you'll never forget this promise. He said you'll forget this promise. That is why he. Okay, that makes sense. That's why Yuji was like, oh, I don't remember what happened. So this is going to be like an involuntary thing. Interesting. So he himself wouldn't know when Sukuna is going to come out. However, they're bound by that contract, so Sukuna will not be able to kill anyone within that time. All right. Okay. Like, yeah, I misread this part. While I was reacting, I thought that he said something like, "You'll never forget this promise," because that's what it seems like he would say. But you'll forget this promise. Interesting. So he himself will not have any prior recollection of this. I'm pretty sure he made this like, extra condition, probably because he does not want Gojo or anyone else to know what he's trying to do. And yeah, if he himself, what's his name, Yuji himself, doesn't realize that he has made this promise, no one else will realize. And I think Sukuna will probably try to time it properly, because he said that when I say extension, you'll relinquish your body for 1 minute. So I'm pretty sure he'll time it correctly when neither Gojo is present nor any other Jujutsu sorcerers are present. He's going to time it at that moment and come out. And yeah, something like that, because I'm sure he doesn't want anyone else to know about this. Otherwise, why would he make this promise, add this condition? So there you go. Now you just like, wait, why would I accept that? You could do anything when you have your body with me. And I was also thinking the same thing. I'm like, yeah, like, if he takes his body, like, control for 1 minute, whatever minute it is, he did this before. He tries to kill his friends, so he can easily do that. He can try to kill his friend or do anything within that time. So I'm like, what type of a, like, like a condition is this? Who would even accept it? But then he brings another part of the like, condition, and he like adds something else to it, and he's like, all right, you know what, fine, I'm going to make a pact with you. I'll promise that I won't kill or injure anyone within that 1 minute. And this is good. Won't kill or injure anyone. So yeah, this is at least keep his friends and, like, anyone who, like, who he cares about safe. And not only anyone who cares about, anyone else, like, any person safe. However, I feel like, I don't know, this is also kind of, I was going to say maybe it could actually become a problem in the future, because within that 1 minute he won't be able to injure anyone, so he won't fight anyone. So wouldn't that make him extremely vulnerable within that time? But then I just realized, I'm like, no, probably not, because this is Sukuna we're talking about. No one can easily attack him or damage him. So even if he's like all defensive, he can protect himself, and nothing will happen to Yuji. So I don't think that will be a problem. Anyways, so he's like, Yeah, and now you just like I could believe you, like I don't like, you may be lying to me, but then he says like no, I won't lie. This is not a lie because it is a pact. This is like this is like a condition where if I do not obey the pact, it'll provide retribution to me. I think that's what he said. If you pursue selfish gain beyond your means, you'll earn retribution. Okay. Yeah. And you were just doing as okay. Wait a minute. Then you asked something to him. Let me read this part. Oh yeah, he says, but it wasn't a problem before. Before when he switched. But then he says like, oh no, that's different because that time I wanted to switch to, and you were also doing as the sorcerer told you. So that is why they were able to do it. Okay. All right. So he talks about the whole situation. He's like, yeah, it's a mutual interest pact. You know, I'm going to accept your conditions, and like you accept these conditions as well, and I'll bring you back to life. And you just like, fine, get up. And he says like, I don't know what you're trying to do. Um, but if it means I can come back to, I love how I knew you just going to punch him or do something at least. Just punches him, and he's like hell, I'd say that. Bring me back to life without any conditions. It's your fault I died in the same place. Now, here, Suguna says, then how about this? We'll fight to death. If you win, I'll do it without condition. If not, then yeah. And then he's like, fine, sure, let's do it. And bam, his head is gone. There you go. Problem solved. So yeah, he'll be, he accepted the conditions. And the pact was made. So, okay. Right, now next we get to see Gojo with that guy. I always forget that guy's name. What's his name? Oh my god. Just a minute. Ijichi. It's kind of a difficult name to remember, I feel like. Ijichi. I think I'll again forget it. Anyways, Gojo's like, oh, like, like he talks about his reason why he became a teacher, and he says that because he has a dream, and it's a very interesting, like like a reason. It's a very what can I say, like a very ambitious dream. He says that he wants to see the top of the Jujutsu world, like kind of wants to change it. So now it's like a den of vice, as he says, and he wants to change it. And he's strong, so he can easily kill all of them and wipe them out. But he knows that that won't do any good because someone else is going to replace them who are equally evil. So he cannot do it like that. That's why he's doing it in the proper way, where all his students will become like bring a revolution. They'll be educated and they'll go through the proper methods to become someone as strong as him, and then take the top positions of the Jujutsu world. And he's like, that is what I'm trying to do here. And he says like, all my students are talented, and he talks about a few characters who I don't think we've still met, especially the third year Hakari and the second year Okotsu. Okay, they become Jujutsu sorcerers on par with me, which is a very big praise if you think about it, because like he considers himself the strongest, and I think he is the strongest because those two guys, those two, that guy in the cafe or diner, whatever, they said that, oh, the strongest is Gojo's Satoru. Yeah, that I think that's his full name, and I think that's what they said. So it is true then he is the strongest out of all of them, which is kind of crazy because I feel like I don't have ever seen any anime where they just literally start the anime and introduced the anime with the strongest character. Like, I don't think I've ever seen any anime. Usually, the strongest character in the show or whatever, we see them like way later in the final season or something. I don't know. So it was kind of a shock to me. I was like, wait a minute, really? Is he the strongest? Because he's introduced literally in the first episode. And I'm like, how is this possible? Like, I've never seen any anime do this before. And it does seem like he's legitimately, like, he's legit. Like, he's saying that, yeah, I'm the strongest. It's not like he's joking around. Even the enemies are like, oh, he's the strongest. And so I think he is the strongest. So it's still like, I'm not able to properly accept it that, damn, if he is the strongest, they just introduced him in the first episode, which never usually happens in any anime. And yeah, this is a very big, like, like unique thing or exception. If he really is the strongest, then this is a huge thing. No anime has ever done this before, I think. Anyways, so he's like, yeah, like, like, and he's like, I have like talented students, they can probably take my place and, like, become as strong as me. And then he's like, kind of like, his fists are like kind of tight, and he's like Yuji's was also one of them, and now he's gone, and he's very frustrated, obviously. And I was like, yeah, just you wait, he's gonna wake up. And as he was like, like being frustrated, and that lady was like, oh, let me get started, Yuji just gets up, and Yuji's like, oh, I'm naked. Like, what's going on here? And Ichichi's like, oh, he's alive. What's happening? And Gojo's like, all right, yeah, something definitely happened, but he's alive. And Gojo comes and greets him and just, kind of high fives him. And yeah, there you go. He's back. So the girl, what's her name? Wait a minute. I think here Gojo calls her name. I want to give. Okay, so Gojo says, keep the record as it is. I want to give Yuji time to gain the minimum power necessary because before he's targeted again. Like, obviously, you cannot keep this hidden forever, but at least a little bit of time he'll get. So for now, he's dead in front of everyone. Shoko, that's her name. So he's like, yeah, so keep everything listed like as if, like, as if he's dead. So Shoko's like, so you plan to keep Itadori completely hidden away? No, I'll have him make his comeback in the next exchange event. Alright, interesting. So he's basically not going to come in front of any person, even his friends. Like, I was thinking he's going to go and meet his friends or something after this. But no, even Nobara and, like Fushiguro, they won't see him until the exchange event starts. So that's when everyone will meet. So now he's going to go through the training and become stronger and then come in front of the world, I guess. Hmm. And he says, like, no one's allowed to take the events of youth away from young people. That's quite nice, you know. And because, he wants him to like, like, come and participate in that event. So yeah. Anyways, now we're back to the diner again, and oh my god, this guy, he he's like, oh, I've had a strong sense of responsibility before, but I feel like if I go towards them, those two guys, not two, but that. Wait a minute, just a minute, let me check something. Okay, he says, starting now, I'm ditching work. I've always had a strong sense of responsibility. I've saved my earnings for my sister and all that, he's saying. I can fight against my survival instinct. If I go near the table, I'll die. So, how was he able to sense that? No other person was sensing that. How is this guy someone special or something? Can he sense the aura, the Jujutsu curse or whatever? Because all normal person cannot sense it. So he was able to sense it though. Anyways, all right. So after that, we hear a little bit of their conversation. This volcano thing. I don't know what he is. He's like, he's like, oh, Gojo Satoru. So what can I do about him? And the other guy says, like, I recommend you pour energy into sealing him than killing him. And he talks about the special grade cursed object, Prison Realm. They're going to use this. Okay, in that time, that guy who was freaked out, he's like, oh, boss, sorry, I quit. And he just leaves. So he was the only one who was safe from that. What happens after that? And yeah, this volcano guy is very happy, and oh, Jogo, that's his name, whatever, so he's like, oh, you have that, like, like, give that to me. And like, he's making the whole place hot, and little by little, that guy comes in, and he's like, oh, will you want to order something? He just burns him down completely. One after the other, everyone starts burning down. And yeah, there you go, the whole place starts burning. Lady was trying to run away, but unfortunately she's not successful. Okay, so Jogo, or whatever his name is, the volcano thing, he says, Geto, how strong am I in terms of Sukuna's fingers? 8 or 9 fingers. Wait, so he's like half his power? Like, 20 fingers? So that means he's like half of Sukuna's power. That's kind of a lot, isn't it? Like, having half of Sukuna's power is a lot. And he's like, give me the prison realm. I'll add it to my collection. In return, I will kill Gojo Satoru. Oh, he's like, oh, he says he's going to kill Satoru, not Yuji. Never mind. Okay, yeah. Yeah, there's a few parts in this episode which I kind of misread. So there you go. Like, my, what was that? What my like, my misconceptions were like cleared out. So there you go. The first part I misread was that part where Sukuna said that I'm going to like, you're going to forget about this, or you will not remember this. I thought that he said that you remember this. That's why I was like, what's going on? Why does he not remember? So there you go. That part is cleared out. This part is also cleared out. In the end, I was like, why did he go for Gojo Satoru? Because wasn't he going to go and kill Yuji? But then I'm reading this part again. I'm like, oh no, not Yuji. He's talking about Satoru from the beginning. So, okay, that was his plan. Alright, so I'm guessing he has been given the prison realm, and he is now going to go and attack Satoru, and that's what he did in the end. Here's the thing, I do remember Yuji asking Gojo that, oh, are you stronger than Sukuna, even with his full power? And he said that, it'll be tough, obviously a lot tough to fight him in his full power, but I'll still win. This guy, this volcano thing, he said that this is basically half of the power of Sukuna, since he's like 8 or 9 fingers worth. Not even half, less than half. In no way is he going to able to defeat Satoru Gojo. So yeah, like, there you go. Anyways, next we see Fushiguro go to that lady's house, and he brought the name thing to her and gives it to her and apologizes. The lady's like, I'm the only one who probably is going to like shed tears, but thank you for giving this to me. Don't feel bad. And yeah, so we see like the Nobara and Panda training, while Zenin and this guy, the guy who talks about food stuff all the time, they're there waiting for Fushiguro. And Fushiguro asks Zenin a question. He says, what kinds of people do you want to save as a Jujutsu sorcerer? Which is something that he's been thinking about for a while, after the whole Yuji situation. Yeah, and she's like, I don't care if my actions save anyone. And and he's like, I should have asked you. Oh boy. Anyways, so yeah, they're doing their training, and Zenin is like, oh, try to land a blow on us, and we'll see. All right. After that, we see Gojo giving his own like like a little training plan to Yuji, and he's like, all right, you're going to go through some training. And what training is it? Oh, at first Yuji was very happy, because Yuji's like, oh, you're the strongest out here, and you'll be teaching me, so teach me to be the strongest. So Gojo's like, all right, fine, let's do this. And he gives him a little bit of a like an idea about what cursed techniques and what cursed energy is. Okay, so he gives 2 cans, and one is kind of flicked, the other one is scrunched. So he explains, the one which was flicked is with cursed energy, the one which was scrunched was with cursed technique. And you just like, I don't understand. So, okay, so he explains it properly. He says like, let's just compare this to electricity. So the cursed energy is electricity, the cursed techniques are appliances, which is quite easy to understand now. So basically, you need electricity, but only with electricity you won't be able to do certain things. So electricity is needed. However, you also need the electric appliances to make proper use of that electricity. So it's as if you cannot use either without the other one. Like you cannot use the electric appliances without electricity, nor can you use the electricity without any electric appliance. So it's kind of codependent, but electricity is basically like made into a proper use by using the electrical appliances. So yeah, so basically the accursed energy is like the energy, and the technique is a technique which we use to do some different things. So I guess you could say cursed energy is like the raw material and it's same throughout, I think, isn't it? While the cursor techniques are which kind of differs from people to people. For example, Fushiguro has probably has a cursor technique of summoning those, like those dogs. uh, Nobara has a cursor technique of the whole thing with the nails, however, what they're using to use those cursor techniques are same throughout. Everyone uses cursor energy to do this, but the techniques are different that they're using. So it's kind of like that, as far as I could understand. So, so you just like, all right. So am I going to learn a very good cursor technique today? And Gojo's like, no, you cannot use cursor techniques, which is, yeah, which is kind of unfortunate. He won't be able to do crazy stuff like specialized stuff like Nobara or like Fushiguro. And Gojo says, setting aside simple shikigami and barriers, cursor techniques are fundamentally etched into your bodies from the day you're born. So yeah, there you go. Since Yuji was like a very normal person, he doesn't have any of it. But he does have cursed energy because of Sukuna. So he says, so the power of the Jujutsu Sorcerer is roughly 80% innate talent. Yuji just goes down completely. I love how he says that I wanted to pull off some Rasengan and some Bankai. Spirit gun. Wow. Okay. Okay, so I need to read this part because I wasn't able to properly concentrate here. He says Gojo says you cannot use them yet. Eventually, Sukuna's cursor techniques will be engraved into your body. Ah, okay, makes sense. So he'll be able to use the same cursor techniques that Sukuna uses. That's powerful. He uses, I wanted to fire off a Kamehameha. Okay. So he said basically you're going to enhance your strength, and that's it. No techniques, just pure strength. And you're the person who can force their way through the basics. Then I am of inferior. Wait, what does it say? Just a minute. We'll get to imbue your fighting style with cursed energy. I'm way more scared of someone who can force their way through the basics than I am of inferior. Okay, there you go. So basically, it's like, yeah, you're just going to just punch everything and just use your jujutsu power, your energy to enhance it, and something like that. So yeah, close combat. That's basically it. And to do that, he needs to properly gain control of his power. And he says like, wait, I can already do that. And he said, I somehow got managed to get the hang of it. And he's like, all right, then punch. He punches, nothing happens. And he's like, yeah, you don't have any cursed energy behind it. The incident you were referring to, you were probably brimming with anger and fear. That is why you were able to use it. So he's like, all right, then you need to train. That is why you need to train. Okay, so Zenin, and then we get to see a little bit of Zenin again, and she kind of gives us the rough amount of time we have left. 1 month and a half until the exchange event. All right. So, okay, after that, we'll probably see Yuji meeting his friends as well. Okay, so We're back to Gojo. Gojo explains it a little bit more. Everyone's trained to produce cursed energy using the faintest sparks of emotion. They're also trained on how not to waste cursed energy when emotions are flaring too. Um, okay, there's several methods to train this. I'll be using, it'll be an exhausting one. So there you go. He brings out the method. So watching movies. And it's a good technique because he explains what to do. He gives us like a little doll thing, and he's like, what you're supposed to do is that. Okay, what's that part where he explains what the. Okay, yeah, the bear punches him and he explains that the cursed corpse will wake up and attack you just like that if you don't keep pouring a set amount of cursed energy into it. There you go. So basically that. We'll be watching movies. Obviously, movies has different parts where it might heighten your emotions or lower your emotions. You're supposed to, even though while you're watching it, you're supposed to keep your um, emotion amount like at a certain degree, not more than that, not less than that, and keep directing it towards the doll. Otherwise, it'll punch you. There you go. So that's the whole thing, and that is how you're supposed to train yourself. And there you go. He puts on the movies, and Yuji's like, all right, fine, let's do it. Okay, now we're back to Fushiguro, their part, and okay, they're talking about cursor tools. Fushiguro says, I agree with supplementing my close combat with weapons, but with my cursor technique, I want to be able to free up both hands all at the same time. Alright, makes sense. With swords, you lose time sheathing them. And he says, Zain Senpai, you often carry more than two with you, right? How do you do that? And she's like, I make Commander carry that. Anyways, so it says some cursed Jujutsu sorcerers keep cursed spirits that can store and retrieve objects, but that's rare, so you cannot do it. And takes time to tame them as well. And Sukuna, he remembers Sukuna's section, and here is where we understand, because I was under the impression that Fushiguro was hiding something, but no. He himself genuinely doesn't know what Sukuna was talking about. So whatever hidden power, talent he has within him, he has no clue. He was not hiding it. He has no clue about it. And he's like, I wonder what he was meaning with that. And he kind of takes his hand and puts it in the floor, and it just goes in. And he says that, Senpai, I think I can do it. So I guess that's how he's going to hide the weapons. Is that how? I don't know. Anyways, whatever. Alright, after that, I don't know what is Nobara doing. Oh, she's trying to find like a like a shop or something. Alright. Alright, next we see Yuji is watching the movie, and it's like a weird movie going on. I don't know what the hell is happening. And cutting the time bomb or whatever. And I love how he was so engrossed in it when he was cutting the the thing, and he's like, oh, what's going to happen? And he probably gave more emotion into it. That's why he got punched while he was drinking cola, and he falls down, and he's like, oh my god, this is so bad. Anyways, Gojo's like, alright, I'll keep you to it. You'll definitely get stronger, don't you worry. And yeah, so when he was going to go away, Gojo's like, oh, did Sukuna talk about you something when you were dead, about any contracts or anything, any pact? And he's like, oh no, I don't remember it. And Gojo's like, fine. Obviously, that was the second part of the contract, is that you forget everything. Like I said, I misread that part, so I wasn't able to understand. I was like, oh, he forgot about it. Interesting. But yeah, makes sense, because that was part of the contract. So I wonder if Gojo actually suspected something. I'm sure he suspected something. He probably thought that, oh, maybe Sukuna did something. Either way, they're out, and Gojo is kind of going in the car, and he realizes someone's targeting him, that volcano thing, and he's like, all right, leave me here. And he's like, you go back. And he goes away, and Gojo's just waiting. In comes the volcano thing, and Gojo's like, who are you? That's where it ended. And yeah, I'm pretty sure Gojo is going to just annihilate that thing, because if what he said was true, if he really is the strongest, in no way is this thing will be able to do anything to him. However, he does have like a gust graded, like a what was that it called, like a relic or whatever, the prison thing. So maybe he's going to make use of that, and I'm not sure what that does. Seems as if it's going to probably seal him or something. Like, it's called prison, so I think it's something like that. So maybe that will be a bigger problem than the person, that thing actually, like, posing as a bigger problem. That thing will probably pose as a bigger problem, that artifact or relic, whatever you call it. Either way, next week. All right, that is it. That was my reaction to this episode. And yeah, so for now, Gojo and Sukuna are kind of working together. Don't exactly know what else Sukuna is planning, but he wants to see something happen in the future, and he's pretty excited about it. That's why he's going to lay low now. And yeah, and obviously, Yuji is training to be stronger, and for now he's undercover. He won't know, like, no one will know that he's alive, because Satoru wants to give him a little bit of time to get a little stronger. In the exchange event, he'll show himself, and I'm like, yeah, I wonder how everyone will react to that. Like, good God. Anyways, that was it. That's my reaction. Thanks for watching. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to press the like button and subscribe if you're new to the channel, or you haven't subscribed. Comment down below anything you want to say, anything you want to let me know, and I'll check them out. That's it, guys. Thanks for watching. I'll be back next week with another episode of Jujutsu Kaisen. Until then, goodbye and have a nice day.